Good morning, class. This is my third lecture for political science, and in this class, we will study from the second book, which is the Politics in India since Independence. And first chapter is Challenges of Nation Building. Okay, so basically, in this chapter, you will study what were the situations when India attained independence. Okay, what were the major problems at that time? How was Pakistan carved out from India? How did people rehabilitate? Other major things which took, like, this whole process of partition was not easy. How there were a lot of murder, violence, so much atrocities on people, and then finally how did we attain independence, and after independence what were the challenges India faced. Okay, so we will talk about these challenges of nation building in this chapter. So I want to give you a basic difference between independence and republic. Most of the students are aware of, but still many are confused. So let us get clear our concept. Basically, India attained independence on 15th August 1947. That basically means that on this year and on this date, Britishers left us. Okay. Also, republic basically means that on 26th January in the year 1950, India formally adopted its constitution. Okay. Now, when did India attain independence? You are aware of on this date. Okay. Now, what is important thing to understand? We attained independence on the midnight. Okay, midnight hour of 14th 15th August 1947. On 14th, Pakistan attained independence, and on the midnight of 14th 15th we attained. So that is why we celebrate 15th August as our independence. So on this date, our first Prime Minister of Free India, Jawaharlal Nehru, he addressed a special session, okay, where in the Constituent Assembly at that night, and he delivered his speech, and the name of his speech is Tryst with Destiny. So what is the meaning of tryst? It basically means that agreement. So literally the word means that we are kind of doing an agreement to our destiny, to our future India. Okay, so at that time there was two major goals which mostly everyone agreed upon, even the people and the leaders as well. So what were these two goals? So basically everyone wanted democratic government in India. Also they wanted that government should run for good of all, not for a particular class or a caste or religion. They should run for good of all. So these are two goals everyone agreed upon. Now we have three major challenges, just as the chapter name suggests, that challenges of nation building. So at that time we basically had three kinds of challenges. See, we wanted India which was unified. Already we saw the violence of partition, so we did not wanted even major disintegration in India. We wanted India as a one nation. We wanted to follow democracy, and we definitely wanted development for all. So how was this unifying nation or a unified nation challenge? You must be thinking about. See, how was it challenge? We had so much different types of diversity. We were different in terms of language, culture, religion. So it was basically believed that a country with so many diversities at every level, at religion level, cultural level, caste level, creed level, everything, how can such a country be a unified country for a long time? बहुत सारे लोगों के माइंड में एक क्वेश्चन था. तो हमारे लिए एक ऐसा इंडिया डेवलप करना जो यूनिफाइड है, इतनी डाइवर्सिटी होने के बाद भी, दिस वॉज अ मेजर चैलेंज. ओके, ऑल्सो देयर वॉज दिस क्वेश्चन which revolved in everyone's mind, which was how was integration of the territory of India to be achieved. Also we wanted to draw borders. Okay, so India integrate कैसे कर पाएगा इतने सारे डाइवर्सिटी को, ये एक सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज था. तो इंडिया अगर एक यूनिफाइड नेशन बन पाया तो हर किसी को एक क्वेश्चन मार्क लग रहा था क्या ये हो पाएगा या नहीं. तो हमको अटेन भी करना था, एंड एट द सेम टाइम ये हमारे लिए चैलेंज भी था. नाउ अदर थिंग, वी वांटेड टू बी अ डेमोक्रेटिक India. So how was now this challenge? See, it was challenged in the sense that we wanted democracy, but वो democracy ऐसी हो that to develop democracy practice in accordance with the constitution. We should follow, it was not just about voting different representatives of our own choices. No, we wanted a democratic practice which is running through its constitution. Okay. Also, it was in everyone's mind, and the leaders had thought in a very well manner that the democracy would, or the constitution would basically grant fundamental rights and voting rights to each and every citizens. Also, it was thought that we will adopt representative democracy. That means our leaders will be representative to us. Okay. Also, parliamentary form of government, and that political competition through democratic framework. It was not that we will just have elections and then our leaders will become anarchs or kings in a way. No, we wanted good amount of competition amongst all the political parties so that it can be a good representative democratic India. The other challenge was development. See, how was development a challenge? We thought that development and well-being for the entire society. Now, when Britishers went from India, we all know how was economy. There was drain of wealth. Okay, a lot of agriculture sector was whole decline. Also, our economy was not in a good state. We had just started industrialization. We all know how was the condition at that time. So basically, constitution laid down the principle of equality. It was well thought that we will give equality to all, and also special protection to whom? To the socially disadvantaged groups जो हमेशा से disadvantaged रहे हैं, like we can say SC, STs, women's. So we will protect their interest. Also, religion and cultural communities. So not equality in terms of just giving each and everyone everything in a equal manner. No, equality of fairness we are talking about. So that is why we are talking about special protections. Okay. Also, constitution also set out DPSP. DPSP, you are aware, you have studied in 11th. It basically said that if, for example, a certain state feels that it need to give a certain kind of a welfare scheme, so that state can adopt a certain kind of a welfare scheme looking at the needs and demands of their own state. Okay, and it was not compulsory on a state, compulsory or imposed on a state कि उन्हें ऐसा follow ही करना है. नहीं, अगर स्टेट चाहे तो स्टेट कैन डू दैट एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द डिमांड्स ऑफ द पीपल ऑफ दैट स्टेट. ओके. Also, now how was development a challenge? Evolve effective policies for economic development and eradication of poverty. A lot of people at that time when partition took place, due to rehabilitation, due to shifting from Pakistan to India and from India to Pakistan, so a lot of people went under poverty and they remained in the refugee camps for a long. So to eradicate poverty was a very big challenge for India. So these are three major challenges. Okay, to make India a unified nation, to establish democracy on the basis of constitution, and to follow and to bring in development in the country. Okay, so in my next video I will explain you the other topic.